Hey y'all, welcome back to Grasshopper's Kitchen, where tonight's fiasco is from HelloFresh, and it is the autumn pasta bake. So let's unpack the box and see what we have. There is the vegetable stock concentrate, Parmesan cheese, there's some penne, there are some cooked beets, which these are so good, a sweet potato, red onion, oops, onion just rolled in the sink, rosemary, and a parsnip. So the water is salted, and I'm going to turn the water on now to get hot to boil the sweet potato. There is the oven dish ready for assembly, and the oven is set to 400 degrees. So now first job is to prep the sweet potato and get that in the water, and then I do something else, which is get the parsnips, etc., 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 all ready to go. So I'm going to prep now, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Alrighty then, in the time it's taken the water to come to a boil, I have peeled and diced the sweet potato, and I've also got the parsnips and onions prepared, which is peeled, diced for the parsnips, and then halved and put into and cut into wedges for the onion, and those just need some olive oil, salt and pepper, but and the rosemary, of course. So now we're going to just add the potatoes to that very hot boiling water, which has been salted liberally, and now we're going to stir it, bring it back to the boil, and cook for 12 to 15 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to get the rosemary prepped and then the other stuff done, so we'll get to that point when we get to that point. Okay, well, the potatoes are boiling away kind of nicely, and now next up the parsnip, onion, rosemary, salt and pepper, olive oil, tossing all together. And I don't know if I may need to possibly add some more olive oil to it if the parsnips don't get really well coated. And I am using the Bella Familia Greek olive oil, which I am absolutely loving, and the Elise mixed peppercorns, and the blue Persian salt from whatever company that is that I've never been able to read it because it's too small. Okay, so as soon as those are all coated, they're going to go in the oven once again for 15 to 20 minutes, or until the parsnips are tender. And then by that time the potatoes should have been finished and mashed. That's going to be interesting, considering I don't have a potato masher. Okay, so the sweet potatoes excuse me, are mashed, and I did season them with salt and pepper, and the water is boiling, so now I am putting in the penne and try to keep the bag from catching on fire on the stove. And yes, we are supposed to boil it in the same water. So now that 8 to 10 minutes, once the water comes back to a boil, I presume, the vegetables, the stuff in the oven, I'm not gonna, I suppose I could pull it out, but I'm not going to. I just checked on it, and it's doing well. I just set the timer for 10 minutes, so they should basically be done at the same time. And in the meantime, I'm going to drink wine. Okay, there's about 2.5 minutes left on the timer, and the penne is really almost al dente. In the meantime, cut these very messy beets into wedges, and yes, I have started drinking the wine. Tonight I'm having a very nice Frontera that I got at Oaks Farms. It's this one's a Malbec, and it was, once again, $4.99 at Oaks Farms. It's really quite a delightful little wine. So anyway, in the meantime, I need to kind of clean up some of this mess here before I can proceed. Okay, the next step is to mix the vegetable stock concentrate with the potatoes and a half a cup of the pasta water, and then blend until smooth. This is obviously going to take something, this is going to be something that takes 2 hands. I'm not quite sure how thin this is supposed to be, and I'm being driven nuts by my bracelet hitting the metal bowl. So I'm going to stop this right now, and there's the pasta that's draining. There's my wine, which needs more drinking. I have to use 2 hands for this, and so I'll be back. Okay, so I stirred and stirred until it was as smooth, whoops, steam, so it was as smooth as it was going to get without more tools. And then now we've added the penne to this, and it needs to be stirred together, and once again, 2-handed job. It's always something. Now this isn't cooking, you know, this stove's really just got to go. So I guess we're going to need to leave this in here for probably 5 to 10 minutes while this sits out here and gets cold, which is kind of like the story of my life. But boy, does it smell good. Okay, so it's 9 o'clock and we're still working on dinner. Good thing I like to eat late. It's a European thing. So I have finally taken the parsnips and onions out of the oven. The onions definitely don't look caramelized, but at least I can get a fork through the parsnips now. So now the next thing I have to do is to add this pasta to that parsnip and onion mixture, and then top with the sliced beets and some of the parmesan and put back in the oven. Obviously, that going into that is a 2-handed job. So back in a flash. Okay, well, the pasta has been mixed in with the parsnips and onions. The beets have been put on the top, and the parmesan has been sprinkled. And I can tell you right now, there's not nearly enough cheese on there for my taste. So I am going to be adding my favorite 5-cheese Italian blend to the top of that and make it nice and gooey and cheesy. Okay, that looks much more like it. I just finished off this bag of Organic Valley Italian blend, and now I'm going to stick it back in the oven for, it says 4 to 7 minutes, or until the cheese is melted and lightly golden brown, and I'm starving. I need more wine. Thank you. Okay, so the pasta's in the oven, and I am going to top off my Frontera Malbec. And I set the timer for 5 minutes. Let's see if that does anything, and if not, I guess more minutes. I may never eat. Okay, I don't know if I've ever shared my oven light, but there it is, a flashlight, and so far the cheese is not melting, and the disgusting oven is only up at 350. Oh my God, at least. Okay, boys and girls, I guess this is it. This is the finished product. And it smells good. I'm sure it tastes good. I'm going to dish it up and I'm going to eat it. So I'm also going to say, from Grasshopper's Kitchen, ciao for now and buon appetito. Bye-bye.